What is going on, good people? This is Cam with Elevated Lawnscapes, and we're back at it out here in the yard again. In this video, we're gonna cover the maintenance on a live edge. Y'all know me, y'all know I love my crisp, sharp live edges. I do have the video on how to cut that in, the one that everybody has been watching, and I say thank you to all of you that have watched it and continue to watch it, is the one with making a circular live edge around a tree. This is gonna be an update to that one. This is how I have been maintaining it. It's not very hard. All I've been using is a string trimmer. I haven't had to go back in and manually cut that edge in. I just, every 2 or 3 mows, I just come in with my string trimmer, sharpen it up, and that's all I've been doing. So we're gonna get into that video. First, we got a lot of branches and stuff down. Wind's been blowing. So we're gonna get out here, put a mow on it, and then I'm gonna show you how to keep that edge nice and crisp. All right, let's get into it. Done. Whew. Look at that cut. Look at that cut. Y'all, it's holding in there. The lawn is holding in there. The color looks good. It's struggling right now, but it's still looking good. It's hanging in there. So while I'm mowing around all of my live edges, I'm just gonna come around, and you see how I've got the mower lined up right here. I'm just gonna line it up as close as I can get it to that edge without falling into the edge, because that's when you're gonna damage your edge that you've already got cut. I'll leave a little bit of space there just to make sure that that doesn't happen, but that's gonna be tip number 1. Just get as close as you can, because we're gonna have to come back with the string trimmer anyway. A lot of your riding mowers, the deck actually sticks out away from the tires a little bit, which would allow the deck to really go ahead and cut that, and you can get a lot closer. But as you can see, some of the push mowers, the deck is almost right in line with the tires. So not a big deal. Just get as close as you can to it, and don't fall into your live edge. So now that we got that good mow in, that's the part that everybody loves doing. But now, all right, let's get into part 2 of that. We've got that little bit of grass that's still left around our live edge that we left. So now we'll grab our string trimmer, come along, and just level that out. You want to cut that at the same height as the rest of your lawn is that we just cut with our push mower, which for me is 3 inches. You don't want to take those edges down lower or cut them on an angle that's going to be lower than what you already just cut your lawn at. That is not what you want to do. Your edges are going to struggle the most, so you want to make sure that they are left as tall as possible to match your current height that you just mowed it at. One little tip while I was doing it, you see how I was actually walking backwards? The reason for that is looking at the direction that my actual head spins. It spins in a counterclockwise motion. So the reason, as it's spinning this way, I want to be moving in this direction. That way that all the clippings, as they're getting cut, are getting thrown back into the yard and not over into the flower bed. So that's your tip number 2 right there. Now we're gonna make this edge sharp. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna turn it right upside down, and we're just gonna come right along that edge with our string. And this is all we wanna do. We wanna come right along here, and we're gonna get a nice cut on it, and that's what's gonna allow us to get it a nice crisp edge. So you just wanna hold it up. You can use your pinky, whatever finger you want to use, and I just come right along here on this edge. And that's how we're gonna get it crisp. Does this take some skill and some practice? Yes, it does. But the one thing is, you don't wanna gouge it too deep in there. A lot of times when you're actually installing your mulch, if you leave like a little gap down here, it'll keep you from flinging as much debris and mulch out into your yard. But you just want to hold it up high enough to just catch the clippings. Just catch that little edge right there and clean it up. You don't have to dig it all the way down in there, get down to the dirt. You don't need to do that. All you need to do is just catch that edge as you're cutting. All right, y'all, so that is how I keep that edge sharp and crisp. It's just a nice little 3-step process. It will take some practice, it will take some time. Even me, I'm still getting used to it. Some days you're on and it's nice and sharp and crisp, and some days you're a little wobbly. But for the most part, once that edge is sharp, you come through there and it's cleaned up from what it was looking like before, it'll be fine. Grass will go back and then you can just come in and clean that up. But those are the 3 steps. And oh, the last step is if you have some little clippings in there, just grab your blower, lightly blow it like back into the yard, away from your flower beds, and it'll clean up real nice because the grass is basically just sitting on top of the mulch right now. But make sure you get that up before it gets rained on or it gets like settled into your mulch. Then it'll be harder to get out. All right, y'all, that's all I got for this one. I know people had been asking me about how do I maintain it, what do I do? This is all I do for it. Nothing else outside of that. All right, y'all, if you're out there striving to have those immaculate lawns or gardens or helicopter, just know we working.